I have the honor to present to you Winston Blake, C.Med at PMAST, and I'm encouraged to say a brand new recipient of his MA. So that's fantastic. Winston is an experienced mediator, program developer, trainer, and conflict management practitioner. He is the founder and managing director of the non-for-profit organization Peer Mediation and Skills Training. PMAST is a vibrant and responsive anti-bullying and conflict management solution provider serving youth, families, and the community in Calgary. Believing that the ideas he built PMAST on could transform the cycle of bullying and conflict affecting youth into opportunities for learning, growth, and change, the founder of PMAST moved his family from Calgary to Saskatoon. This is the story of the exciting journey and the results. Winston Blake, everybody.
Thanks, Sam. I'm a very kinetic presenter, so I thought I would ground myself by being at a podium. I want to share some information with you that I was told a long time ago. You may be surprised to learn that despite their reputation as fearsome warriors, when the Maasai meet each other on the plains of Africa, a greeting is transferred or said between Maasai warriors. That greeting is simply Kasiyarian Ingada. Now, when translated from Swahili into English, this simple greeting means, "How are the children?" The greeting acknowledges the high value that the Maasai place upon the most important thing within their society, and that is, of course, their children. Even warriors who don't have their own children are expected to respond with the traditional answer, which is Sapati Ingeda, which means all the children are well. For the Maasai, all the children are well means that life's struggles do not overshadow the most important thing within their society, their children. If a warrior greeted another warrior, and upon hearing the greeting, heard that warrior say, "The children were not well in my village," that warrior is responsible to stop his own journey to ask, "What can I do to help?" The greeting is not only a report on the status of the village, it galvanizes everyone together for the benefit of their children. In 2003, I created PMAST because, like a Maasai warrior, I knew that the children were not well. I wanted to have an opportunity to provide young people with skills and support them in dealing with issues like bullying and conflict in their schools and their community. In 2007, my wife and I had the opportunity to go to Saskatoon. When we were there, I had a chance meeting with the vice principal of a school, Bedford Road Collegiate. She told me that the school itself now was having a program called the Restorative Action Program, commonly known as RAP. She stated that the RAP worker in the school was actually going on maternity leave and asked me if I was interested in possibly taking over her job. After all, she said there were similarities between RAP and PMAST. I said yes. And so my family and I moved to Saskatoon for 1 year. RAP is a community-driven initiative that is funded by the Rotary Clubs of Saskatoon in partnership with both school divisions. As a RAP worker, my job description was very simple. I was to focus on helping the youth in the school at risk. In my opinion, all kids can be at risk. So I presented an idea to the school. I said, I want to be able to actually deliver the PMAST service delivery model. I want to be able to teach and focus on helping kids, not just those you deem to be at risk, but all kids, to learn how to be able to prevent conflict, deal with bullying, and more importantly, improve their lives. The PIR model incorporates interventions such as mediations, and more importantly, it helps to reconnect disconnected youth to some of the most important relationships in their life. This was the first time I had an opportunity to actually apply the model full-time within the context of a school. Dr. John Bradford said these words: "Prevention is about building the capacity for conflict." And Bedford suffered from the same issues that many schools in Canada suffered. They had no capacity to deal with conflict, especially things like girl drama. In 2004, I created a program called No More Drama. I created this program because I was concerned about the fact that young women were bullying each other, but more importantly, there was an impact to this particular behavior long after high school. I selected 24 girls to be part of the program: the drama queens and the victims of drama. One of the program's activities focused on self-esteem and self-perception. The activity involved girls writing a list of all the positive things about themselves in their journal. The girls initially struggled with this task, and after some coaching, they finished their lists. I asked for a volunteer. I asked who would like to read their lists. One girl volunteered and read her list. She said, I am tall. I am funny. I am kind. One by one, the young women in this group started to read their lists. And when they finished, I congratulated them. I applauded them and said, I am so grateful for the courage that you've shown here today. But I said, you've forgotten to tell the most important person in this room all of the things that are important about you. I gathered the young girls around the mirror, and I asked each of them one by one to stare into that mirror and to read their lists. And one by one, the young women approached that mirror and read their lists. I am strong. I am beautiful. I am worthy. They read, they cried, they cheered, and they reminded themselves of how truly special they really were. That was 2008. And to this very day, that moment still makes me emotional. These girls had done something that seemed to be impossible. They had broken through all of the drama. They had stopped the drama and the bullying of each other. But more importantly, they created sisterhood. And this sisterhood was shared not just with themselves. It was being noticed by everyone within the school. The local newspaper came out and they wanted to interview the girls. And so the girls had a very simple message to the local news journalist. They said very clearly, it's all about respect. Respect for others and respect for themselves. One day, one of the young girls came into my office and she said to me, Winston, I have a problem. Can I talk to you? I said, of course you can. She said, I have a problem, and that problem is simple. I want a boyfriend. I looked at her and I said, that's not my job description. She said, no, I'm not asking you to get me a boyfriend. I'm asking you to work with the boys in the school. She said, you don't know, but the boys in the school have a lot of challenges. They have no integrity. They have no accountability. They have no compassion, and they have no respect. She said, if they could only learn to gain those skills, then they would be worthy of me. Making to Men is a program that we developed in PMAST that teaches young boys how to transition from boyhood into manhood. It educates them about emotional intelligence, healthy relationships, and it also provides them a safe space to be able to talk about topics like violent masculinity. I would often tell the boys in the class, the world does not need more men. The world needs better men. My contract was coming to an end. And so I presented my report to the Rotarians. And I was ready to return to Calgary when they had other plans. They said to me, we would allow you to actually offer and develop and deliver your entire program mechanism to all of our RAP schools. I called my wife and said, unpack the bags. Today, RAP is delivered in 9 high schools across Saskatoon and is available to 7,000 young people per year. Each RAP school has a RAP worker who conducts one-on-one opportunities to be able to deal with issues that affect young people every single day. The worker builds an environment of trust and helps young people to feel comfortable enough to be able to access the services of RAP. Through our intervention components, we are able to offer mediation and restorative justice practices within the context of a school. And each year we are evaluated by the University of Saskatchewan to show if we are actually making a difference. The university reported last year that RAP is providing 1,068 students within our schools with interventions and services. That's about 18% of all of our students in our schools. The university said also that 39% of all of the referrals into the program are self-initiated. See, in all of our schools, the schools themselves prefer a model of restorative justice over a model of punishment. All of this allows us to be able to help young people in ways that they are able to have the opportunities to learn, to grow, and change. This method has proven highly effective in all of our school communities. A rap worker told me that she actually witnessed a young person sitting down and talking with her peers and coaching them through a conflict situation. She said that before I could even intervene myself, this young girl had taken charge and had started to talk with young girls about how to specifically deal with their issues. Our reconnections and our opportunities to be able to deal with young people are very, very important. We have the opportunities to reconnect young people with themselves, their communities, and their families and their peers. I had a young rap worker tell me that in so many ways, what we see every single day in our schools are young people who struggle, and us being able to give the opportunity for them to reconnect with things that are important. We meet weekly, he said to me, and the young people that I meet with every single week, they have an opportunity to reconnect with the young people and also with their families and sometimes their school. RAP works in so many ways with our school partners. In our school communities, we actually have the opportunity to work with the police and many other services to be able to turn young people away from lives of crime into opportunities for change. In many of our schools, we also are seeing that RAP is being utilized as an opportunity or an option against suspension. In 2013, the government of Saskatchewan stated these words: programs like the RAP should be incorporated across our entire province. In 2014, the government placed RAP into the provincial budget, giving $80,000 to the Ministry of Justice and $80,000 to the Ministry of Education. Now, Regina school divisions and the Northern Lights school divisions are now starting their own RAP programs. RAP is about shared responsibility, shared accountability, and shared ownership for the issues affecting our youth. The evidence is clear. Our model works to reduce bullying and conflict and contributes to keeping kids in school and creates safer schools and safer communities. We need partners. We need financial support, and we need help to deliver RAP where it's most needed. You may be surprised to know that despite the reputation as fearsome warriors, no tribe is considered more fearsome than the mighty Maasai. But you might be surprised to know that when the Maasai meet each other on the plains of Africa, a greeting is transferred between each Maasai warrior, and that greeting is simply Kasiyarian Ingada. How are the children? Kasiyarian Ingada. How are the children? Thank you.
Goosebumps. Thank you very much, Winston. I have a quick question for you. And that question is simply, what about Calgary?
Well, we have the opportunities, I think, here within our communities to bring this home. This started here. It's expanded now, and it's become embraced within another province. We've tested it. We've had it evaluated by the university for the last 5 years. It's proven. We just want to be able to bring our lessons that we've learned back to our community, and we need your help for that. And so I encourage all of you who are interested in helping young people of our community to get on board, to be part of PMAST and be part of our opportunities to change the world. I think that Calgary's first, and then it's world domination. Thank you.
Do we have any questions? Okay, everybody, thank you very, very much, Winston.